Oh, hi guys. My name is Brendan Bromley and welcome to the 31 Days of Horror. Well, you know what? We're looking over classic horror movies, and today we're going to be looking over, well, two movies that really creeped me out. That's why I'm standing up, because I'm afraid that if I sit down, I will be shanked in the ass. So, what are those movies? They are The Haunting and Rosemary's Baby. Two movies that have to deal with supernatural forces, and one of them just dealing with a haunting, the other one dealing with possibly the devil. Well, without further ado, let's get into The Haunting. The Haunting, made in 1963, follows four people who are hired by this man. This man, he tells them that he wants to do some kind of experiment, but this experiment is to test the forces of the supernatural, to see how all if these people believe in like hauntings and stuff. And well, when they're there, let's just say shit starts to go down, and turns out that the place they're in is in fact haunted. And they're trying to communicate with these spirits, and it's just all sorts of creepy. So immediately, the big plus with this movie is the fact that the acting all around is believable. These actors do a great job conveying their fear that the audience should be feeling. And luckily, they prove themselves as good actors by just showing how much horror they're actually in. They are completely horrified by these ghosts. This is a movie that does not go ahead and show you the ghosts. This is a movie that shows you what the ghosts do. It doesn't show you the ghosts themselves. Instead of a ghost popping out at you, like having some big jump scare, what it will do is you'll just start to hear voices. Maybe you'll hear voices, and then you'll hear stuff like a whole bunch of knocking. The doors will start to bend, curtains will start to fly open, and just stuff will be tossed around the room. Trust me, this movie has all that, and it's horrifying for a guy like me to watch. And I'm just kind of saying. Now, what are the other big positives as well? Sure, the acting is good, and sure, the scares are good, but what else is there that really stands out to me is just its impact. This movie had a huge impact on the movie industry, whether people believe me or not. This is a movie that showed that you can scare the audience without showing much of anything. This is a movie that showed that you don't need to have some big scary monster to show the true horrors of our world. All it takes is a couple unsettling images and noises to really push someone over the edge into a full realm of terror. That's why I gotta give The Haunting from 1963 a good ol' 9 out of 10. On to this next movie, Rosemary's Baby. Oh shit. This movie. Oh fuck. Okay, so Rosemary's Baby. What is this movie about? It's about a girl, a woman. She has a kid. She starts to hallucinate shit. She starts to have some very weird dreams. But these dreams might not actually be dreams. And it just might be in fact that the people that she knows might be part of something bigger. For the child that she has given birth to is the child of Satan. Just like that. That's all it takes to get me hooked. Now, this is a movie that predates the movie The Omen, which virtually has kind of the same idea, with the idea of child of the devil and our main characters like not knowing what's going on. But with this movie, what it does is it builds up the suspense, and then it pays off with the twist that it is the child of Satan. The main character, she goes through all of these horrible hallucinations and all these dreams where she believes that she might be having sex with the devil, but she thinks they're just that, dreams, because her husband will be like, oh, sorry, honey, I was a bit of an animal last night when we were fucking, and and then it turns out that's a lie. She actually slept with the devil. Are you kidding me? And the dream sequences themselves are they're not dreams, but the sequences themselves are horrifying. In the middle of like her having sex with the devil, she's like, this is not a dream. This is really happening. Those are 2 lines she says back to back in the middle of one of these sequences. She's like, this is not a dream. This is really happening. And it's actually really horrifying to see played out on screen. The music in this movie is breathtakingly terrifying. The music has a whole bunch of like orchestral voices and just a whole bunch of all these vocal kind of like screamers, not shriek like singers, but I don't mean like death metal type stuff. I mean like as in like just it's like actual professional singers, just they're like trying to make it seem incredibly scary, and they're like putting all their force into like their voices, and it just comes off like horribly horrifying. The writing for this movie is fantastic. The acting is great all around. I love the ending to this movie. This is a movie that obviously inspired many, many, many movies to come, especially the movie The Omen. And well, because of it, go ahead and give Rosemary's Baby a 10 out of 10. We just went over the movie The Haunting and Rosemary's Baby. And well, for these past 4 movies, we've been looking over movies that are kind of like in the 60s a little. The 60s and like maybe just we're looking at more of the recent stuff when it comes down to the older horror movies, like the recent older. But as of the next episode, we are going to be looking over 2 of the most influential silent horror movies. Yes, silent, as in these movies are from the fucking 1920s. We're going to be looking over Nosferatu and The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, 2 of the most influential silent horror movies ever made. And guys, there you go. My name is Brendan Bromley. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, whatever day, evening, night time you're watching this, and I'll see you all next time. If I hear a knock outside that door, I'm legit going to shit myself.